Today we're gonna buy Forrest a new watch. We're gonna help my brother build a house, and we're gonna talk to you about managing your time wisely. Hey folks, welcome back. It's the crack of dawn, the sun is still rising, and my voice has still not woken up. Today we are going on a family outing, and along the way I want to share with you 10 tips on how you can manage your time. But first I have a couple of quick announcements. First off, I want to say thank you to all of our subscribers. We made it to our 10,000 subscriber goal. We're going to be announcing the winner of our mega giveaway this Thursday, which is we're going to record a song in our studio for our winner. Also, if you ordered a Her Heart Sings album from us, they just came in. We've actually gotten all of your orders in the mail. All right, let's go check with the family and we will get on with our day. Looks like Forrest is still asleep, but Silas has woken up.
Good morning.
Oh goodness, how do you like your buzz cut?
Yeah.
I think you need a diaper change. All right, so we're in a little bit of a rush to get out of the door in time, which brings me to our challenge of the week, which is using our time wisely. First of all, how many clocks do you have in your house? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, clocks are interesting things. They can bind us to time, and they can also free us from time. But today I want to explore how clocks can help us to redeem the time.
Tip number 1 is to make a schedule.
Perfect timing to talk about our schedule. I'm going to tell you more about that alarm at tip number 5, but before we get to that, the schedule is very important. Really, anyone can benefit from a basic daily schedule. This is just a backbone or a framework for our day. It's not militaristic, it just helps us to pace ourselves through the day and make sure that we're getting everything in that's important. We got to get going here. It's 8 o'clock. We normally eat breakfast at this time, but we're trying to get out the door, which brings me to tip number 2, which is set realistic expectations. So if we want to be on the road by 8, which is right now, we really should have aimed for about 7:30 or 7:45, which normally we do, but since we're vlogging, things are getting a little bit behind schedule. And it's always best to plan ahead and leave more time than you think is needed. Tip number 3 is
staying focused.
Stay focused.
I have a hard time staying focused, but I try to remember what the goals are for the day, and that helps me.
And here's what it looks like in our house. Boys, we gotta go. Come on, finish up your food and we'll head out the door. Okay, we finally made it out the door. On we go. Tip number 4 is real simple and real easy. Go buy a watch. And that's what we're gonna do right now for Forrest. Forrest, you used to have a watch. What happened to it?
It said it was waterproof, but I was swimming with it in a swimming pool and it got broken.
Oh no, well we'll have to replace it today. Since Forrest is our oldest kid, it's helpful for him to keep track of the time with us. We just need him to be aware of the time, so that's a helpful tip. Get your kids involved in time management. Okay, that was a success, and now we'll go on to tip number 5, which is set alarms.
We found that setting alarms throughout our day helps us to stay on track, kind of like you would have at like a school bell that would just tell you it's time to go on to the next thing, like the wake up alarm, time for lunch, when it's time to do school books, cleanup times, and it just helps guide us. It's not like we stick to the exact minute, but it helps us keep on track throughout the day. There's one of the alarms now, which is
This is our prayer alarm. Okay, we just arrived at our destination, which I'll explain to you in just a moment, but our tip number 6, remind yourself to pray more often. I have set an alarm on my phone to remind me to pray at 9 a.m., noon, 3 p.m., and at 6 p.m. So every 3 hours I get a gentle reminder, and then I can interject prayer into my daily life that way. It's been a real blessing, and that leads me to tip number 7, which is take inventory of how you're using your time. So the best way that I have found to keep track of how I use my time is with a calendar here. So what I'll do is each day I'll make a note for what I did that day, and then I can look back and see how I'm using my time. All right, so I'm here with my family today. We are at my brother Taylor's house. He just bought a new place. It's all hands on deck, getting a couple of minor renovations done before they have a new baby. So here's Taylor, welcome to your home.
Thank you.
Hi Dad.
Hey Brackin.
How are you doing?
Doing great.
Today we're talking about managing our time.
Right.
What would you suggest, and this is tip number 8, finding areas in our life where we're wasting our time?
I think when you find yourself spending more time doing something than it should take, then you probably need to revisit that task. So if you're efficient in the beginning of a task, it may ripple all the way through other areas.
So yes, efficiency of time is important, and finding areas where we're wasting time is also important. Uh-oh, are you okay? Go see Mama. Okay. Tip number 9 is to budget your time. If your time was money, would you spend it the same way that you do today? And I think it's important to be judicious with how we spend it. So budget it out, and that's how scheduling and some of these other concepts sort of come together to complete the picture.
Tip number 10 is remember why time is important. We can be really efficient with our use of time, but if we're just doing it for the wrong reasons, then it's just in vain. We want to glorify God with every minute that He's given to us on this earth.
Okay, so all in a day's work. We got the wall in and the windows installed, everything looks good. I think that was a good use of our time today, helping out my brother, because they have a baby due in just a few weeks. In closing, I just want to say that we are still trying to figure out how all this time management stuff works ourselves. So this video is not a judgment or an accusation, it's more of a self-reflection that I just wanted to share. We hope you're blessed and encouraged, and we ultimately hope that you're challenged to use your time wisely for the glory of God. And with that, we're gonna head on home, get some rest this weekend, and we will see you next time. We love you guys, and God bless you.